Without an ally in the world, we stand proud against the Atlanteans. The time has come to strike back at our foe. The Atlantean base at Knossos is the key to their attacks on Greece. Without this important military outpost, the Atlanteans will have a much more difficult time making war on the Aegean, at least for a little while. Unfortunately, Knossos is heavily fortified by massive towers that launch fire, which seems to stick to its target and is resistant to stopping, dropping, and rolling. Of course, the wiser Olympians are on our side. Hermes has discovered a way to weaken the Atlantean defenses at Knossos, making reference to something called orichalc, whatever that is. He says we'll have to find a brave and strong hero to carry out his plan.
Indeed we will. We will have to find a strong and worthy hero to stand up to the Knossos threat. So this is the Battle of Knossos, the second mission in the Two Worlds Collide campaign. We have to double our hoplite capacity, fulfill a quest, and conquer Knossos. So we're going to have a bit of a time of it because we can't do anything about Knossos until the quest is fulfilled. So for the most part we just need to increase our military might. Let's head to the city and pause. So we do continue with pretty much what we had. Now I am going to move things around. I'm going to move this block down a bit, move this past, so we've got space to put in things there, but we do not have any allies. We will want to conquer Athens. I want to get the marble up. The reason being that I want to build the Arbor of Athena. Now I did check up, the guide says pretty much to build it here, so I will move this Forge of Hephaestus. If I can, I'll try to put it that way and then have this that way, but it's going to depend a lot. But I will destroy this and move it. We shouldn't have any trouble with invasions now. So what's our unemployment like? We have 21 missing workers, so I will want to... I don't think I can get any more houses around here. No, I could try to evolve this apartment here, but we can't do anything with that. So I will move this housing block down, try and reposition things so I can get trade piers later into this space here and all that kind of stuff. I can move this down a little bit, at least that'll help. And I will move this palace to somewhere. Not too sure where. I may try to get like a mini block in there or something. I'm not too sure. Can we build any more military? We can build a trireme wharf, so we'll try to build one or two of these around places. I'm not sure where I'm going to get them because there's not much in the way of coastline. I mean, I can get one there, and that's not really worth it, to be honest, to put one there because there's nothing else in that space. So not worth putting anything down here. This is a good place for fishing quays later if I need to develop a block in that area, but yeah. I will have to think about it because there is, I can't put one there, I'll just block this whole area in. So yeah, I'm going to have to think about stuff. I do want to make sure I keep most of this island reserved, so I might put a few around the edges here, just to make sure like 1, 2, 3 I could get around the edges and leave space there. I'm not too sure. Anyway, I'm going to move this block and I'll come back in once I moved everything around. Okay, so here is our third housing block. I've got a little one here. I managed to plan it all out, move the road and put the palace over here. And I think what I will do is I'll just put like a mini block in here and a mini block in here. Now what we are going to do before we do anything else, we do have plenty of hoplites here. We've got, what, 32. We've got all the ones from the previous map. We are going to quickly and instantly attack Athens here. They've only got one shield, so with these 32 hoplites, they should succeed. And we're going to do that just to get marble. We want to get the marble imports going, and I want to also export some sculpture and the like. But that should do for quite a bit at least. However, we won't be able to trade for them forever, but we can trade for at least a significant period of time. This common agora is in within range of this cheese granary, and there's also a bit of fish up here if they want to get that as well. Most of these have grapes in them, which is okay. These have got quite a lot of olive stockpiling, but there should be enough space for as many as we can get. I'm not too sure if I can fit I mean, how big is this? 1, 2, 3, 4. That should fit a trade pier later. I'm not sure if I'll put one here. I mean, I can put a road down here, put a trireme wharf there or something. I'm not too sure at this point. It's kind of a bit iffy, and this is accepting wine when it shouldn't be. Stop getting wine. You should just be accepting only bronze. All the wine can go in here instead. which is fine. Now these houses are evolving into hovels. We'll not evolve them much higher than this. If I'll evolve them only if they start complaining about the tax rate, but for now it should be fine as long as I keep people employed. Now since we have we don't actually have a source of wood. I just realised that we do not have wood, so I would have to raid Sparta to get some wood to build triremes. We don't have a source of wood in this city, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. Delete that. I'm going to put that there because we can put a trireme wharf right there, which should be quite suitable, I think. So one there, and maybe one here or such, isn't starting to fill up this properly because we're starting to empty out some of this cheese, which is good. So yeah, I can put one there, and where else? I mean, I could put one there, but that's not really reachable actually, to be honest with you. Yeah, you can't get in there because there's no... let me just check, there's no... Yeah, I could bridge there, but then that just uses up that space, it's not worth it. Invasion of Athens crushed. Okay, we didn't succeed in that invasion, but that's okay. They've gone from docile to furious apparently, which is not too good. What's our military might like? We've been taken down to pretty much nothing. Okay, that's every house is now down to just one hoplite each. Okay, so what we'll do is I will let them recover. How much space is our housing hold? 64 people, that's fine, that keeps that under control. And yeah, I will let these recover and I'll go back and attack them to get marble. Because I need to get the marble sources going. I've got the money to bribe them off, so it's not a big deal about fighting them now. I've got plenty of cheese stockpiling at least from these things here. Okay, so I'll come back in a bit later once there's something to show, yeah.
Greetings, mortal. I have an important quest for you.
Oh, we got our quest announced. Just out of the blue, I didn't expect this. Cripple the defences. I have an important quest for you. I, Hermes, god of thieves, have discovered a way to steal the Atlantean's orichalc. Without it, their defences will be very weak indeed, and you'll be able to attack. I'll need the help of Achilles, though, to pull this heist off. So we can now summon Achilles. Where should I put Achilles' Hall? I'm not sure. Oh, let's just put it here, this'll do. So we just need to stockpile armour. We have everything else we need. It's a good thing we actually got the Sanctuary to Hephaestus built. It may be destroyed though if I get the marble source open and I can shift it over. Yeah, so... Ooh, I actually used up a lot of marble here. Armour, sorry. Yeah, all of this has been used up by replenishing it all. Okay, so we have got the quest announced. I will need to summon Achilles. I'm not going to worry about it right yet. Actually, I could summon Achilles and he could help with attacking Athens here. So I will do that. I will try to get Achilles on side, summon them, and then he will help me to send off the troops to attack that place over there. Okay, so we've got a plan of action. We're going to get Achilles into the city, and then we're going to use him to attack Athens to get a source of marble, which will allow me to build this Arbor of Athena. At least down here somewhere. I will have to delete this before I can consider that. Okay, so I'll come back in a little bit later once I manage to summon Achilles and send him on his way. Okay, so Knossos is going to launch an invasion. It's not Athens, but maybe they'll launch an invasion at some point too. At this point, really, I'm waiting because... do we have enough to summon Achilles? We do have enough to summon Achilles. That'll wipe out an entire armour stockpile, so I will possibly need to... I don't know, but we've got enough bronze in it, so let's just send for Achilles. We're not going to bother about the invasion that's oncoming. Mainly because that invasion's not worth bothering about, and Achilles has arrived, which is good. And we can send him along our on our attacks against Athens to get back a source of marble. So for now, it's not a big deal. We don't have to worry about bribes, or we don't have to worry about fighting the Atlanteans anymore. We do get enough in bribe money. So I will bribe the invasion off, and I'll come back out once Athens is falling. I'm going to have to wait a while to build up armor stockpile after just setting off a bunch of it to help Achilles get to the city. So I'll come back in a bit later. Okay, we managed to conquer Athens pretty easily, thanks to Achilles, I assume Achilles helped. Let's see, what was our troops depleted like? Depleted quite a bit, but because Achilles was sent, I think that helped. Now we can we can just send a gift. Let's just send 2 sculpture, that should be enough. You buy sculpture at least. Now what we are going to do is we're going to put down this trading post right here. You're going to sell sculpture. We can just sell. With that amount of cost, it should be fine to sell like 4 sculpture at a time. And we're just going to import as much marble as you can. There. And that should help with the immediate need to staff things. I'm just going to put a sculpture. We've got 2 sculpture studios here, so we'll just put down an armory, I think. We don't really need any more, and that should be enough sculpture we're selling off. And once it's done importing marble, I will delete this. I don't know how much this takes, but I will move this out of the way so I can put down the Arc of Athena and then see if I can get this in somewhere. If I can't get this in over here, I will put it over here like I normally did. I might even be able to squeeze it here, get like a tiny little block, but I don't think it's going to be worth it to put a block there. So let's just speed time along. Victorious Soldiers return, that's good. We are providing fleece to this block, and they did push us up with the unemployment, so I did. Athens grateful for the sculpture. Pythian Games, don't care about them. That has sent them up quite a bit, which is good. Our money is going to start skyrocketing now as we start selling this sculpture 4 at a time, which is good. I did put down a trident wharf here. It's not going to get any wood because it does need a source of wood, which we don't have right now. I just put it down just to soak up a lot of unemployment was generated by evolving this block. But for now, we are doing pretty well. But I do know that Knossos will not like us trading with Athens, so we will have not too much time to get marble. So, if needed, I'll just send off troops to defend Athens as necessary. But we are going to have to build up our armor supply. We do not have a lot of armor. It is building up. We don't really have much in stockpile. We do have quite a bit of bronze at least, so that's fine. If needed, I'll just put another one there, and they should still be able to get into this space through there. That should be fine. Let's just actually put down. Let's just do that. Armory there. We've got tons of bronze. We're getting plenty of marble, and we're selling plenty of sculpture, which is good. Okay, so now I'm just going to build up the city and try to build up the coffers. I do want to build up the coffers quite a significant amount, at least in this mission, before later missions. The next mission in particular has some things in it that I don't want to hang around for too much.
My dearest, worship
And
me,
yeah, we'll
and
try
I'll
to
make your
get
soldiers find
Athena
blessings.
in the city. And yes, I'll just let this run and I'll come back in a bit later if anything of interest happens. Okay, so Athens is under attack, and we've got 3 months to send troops, so we can just send off all of this to defend them. And you will notice something in the background, and we'll just talk about that in a minute. Yeah, we did get an invasion just at that very moment as well. I have put the Arbor of Athena here. Unfortunately, the space constraints mean that I cannot put the Forge of Hephaestus over here, so I am going to put that right here. And then in this remaining space, I can just put like industry, like this, or, you know, other things. We are importing the marble out of here. Once built, that'll be fine. I will probably put some olive stuff over here. I'm not sure, maybe make this a bit of an olive developed area separate from this. I'm not sure, but in the space I have from putting stuff here, I can put industry and the like up there. I'm going to roadblock there, because I'm going to put a bit of a road round to here. And then there can be sort of industry around this section as well. Just do that.
Choose me, and you'll never have to fear fire.
Don't worry, I will never fear fire. I will try to get an elite block here, and I will have one up here as well. And yeah, it just needs to peel. Well, I've got plenty of things to deal with that. I can just put that right there. And that should evolve you all up. This is the game's end. Fine, don't care. Mount all up is respecting us apparently for no reason. All of these places seem to somehow admire us. Like, literally everywhere is admiring us. They're all enemies. I don't understand this. Even Carthage, the enemy, admires us. I don't get it. I think that's a bug. I'm not too sure. There is this weird thing that happens in the Zeus missions where you do get that random we all admire you type thing. I'll just clear this road, it doesn't really matter. So at this point I'm just waiting. I do need to build this, and then I'll put back the Forge of Hephaestus once I get the marble, and hopefully they will easily defend us and all that kind of stuff as well. I don't really need the road going up here, but it's fine. We just need marble. I'm not sure where I'm going to get wood from. I'm going to have to raid Sparta for wood, or just ask them. Just request planks of wood, I don't really care. Let's just accept wood here. I'm not sure how much they'll give us, but we'll see. Okay, I might even be able to ask all of these other places. Let's just ask wood out of Mount Olive, since you all respect us for some reason. Where can I get wood else from? I can get wood from you. Request wood. Where else can I get wood? I can't get wood from anywhere else. That's fine. Anyone that sells us marble? I'm pretty sure I know one person sells us marble. You remind us you're going to give... That's demand. I don't want to demand. The ratings have gone down. Okay. Okay, so if they all get up to admiring, they want us to request it, I'll request marble out of them. Other than that, I'm just going to keep this round, get this built, I'll come back in once both this is done and I've replaced the Forge of Hephaestus. Okay, so we have started to plan out the next little loot block. We've got one right here. It's not going to be very nicely placed, but it'll work well with having one up here. Put all this stuff down. I've got a warehouse, well, storehouse. It's going to get all 4 things that are going to be needed to keep these stable, and they will evolve. But we... Okay, this fishing wharf cannot exist because it can't get through that inlet, apparently. That's one thing I don't like about Zeus. It will allow you to place things in places where it's clearly obvious they don't work. So these 4 fisheries should be enough. I mean, look at that is just crazy. That, I mean, that is just insane. Now, having this bridge here does allow them to go from here right across here to get the olive oil and the wine that's required without too much fuss. And this will all have its own little supply of things. I will build up this one later, but I do need workers. As you can see, we are running out of workers. And it may be that I just start cutting back in industries, or I just put down another housing block. I can fit in like little mini blocks here and there. I mean, like one here. 1, 2. I can just put like a 1, 2, 1, 2. I can just sort of put like a block here and there, just sort of do like fancy loops and like. Let's see, 1, 2. Let's just do. We could do sort of a zigzag block or something, I don't know. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, we can do sort of like a... Sort of like a narrow kind of block, I'm not sure. The problem is, how am I going to fit the Agora in? I mean, it doesn't... I mean, it can fit there. But I can have the Agora inside the loop rather than on the outside like I would normally do. And you should be able to access this fish and all the supplies over here. You're not anywhere near fleece, and I've actually just realised this is going to run out of fleece at some point, so we'll have to put a yard down. Actually, we can set this to 16 and set this to actually accept far less wine. We've got a bit of our supply over there. We can just do this. Once we start to use up some of this, it should be fine. In fact, I can just start gifting it away, but here I can put like a little mini block. And yeah. Okay, let's just, we've got some fish coming in. Food, fleece, oil. Knossos is going to launch an invasion, that's fine. The troops I sent to Athens, they asked for more troops. Went fine, that will build up. This has got all the marble it needs. This is just needing what wood, and I don't have a supply of wood. Well, I got 3. So I will have to request more wood from somewhere, I'm not sure where, I will work on that. But for now I think we're doing fairly well. The fact that we can tax insanely and we have everything that we need should be fine, and I think, yeah, I'm just going to let this run and I'm going to come back in once we've got some, well, at least this all evolved, and I've started planning on the last elite block that we will need. Okay, we have managed to, well, rebuild quite a bit after deleting this Forge of Hephaestus. We've got it built here, and we've got this here, this elite block here. We've also got, oops, go away. We've also got this one, and we've got them all up to the required levels. 64 hoplites are supported. Now you could, if you wanted to, go and raid Thebes or something for wheat and try to get them up to the next level, but that's not a good idea. I don't recommend that. The invasions we can pay off very easily. We have got like 200,000 drachma. We've got this nice little block here. I actually like this design. It just really makes use of the space. We've got 6,000. Notice I haven't put anything here, and I've made sure to put the road round in a bit like that. It is because we do need to build something there later, but for now it is fine. Let's just speed up. Bribe that off. Easy enough done. That's all nice and sorted. And I have had to reduce wage rates a bit because we haven't got the buildings to support anything else just yet. We've got this here. 2 triremes are more than enough, I think. So let's just go ahead and dispatch. Is it Achilles, I think? I believe we need to dispatch Achilles on a quest to screw up Knossos, basically. Now let's just make sure. We don't seem to have enough cheese, and I do have a lot of cheese stuff here, so I don't know if it's just it's getting used up really quickly or what. But you're still distributing here. I think it's just getting used up quite a bit. And it says here we've got much too little. I'm not too sure why it's saying that. We do seem to have enough food in stockpile. I don't know. I do not know. There's certainly no way I'm going to get into any of this because I did have to put this right here just to evolve these a bit further. I don't think there's space to put down any more fisheries around here. One there, which is way too far away, which is a complete waste of time. If needed, I just sort of just start dumping them in really obnoxious locations just to, I don't know. I've got like 4 here, which is all I can support. I did have to connect the whole city up just to make sure that these would be able to say that they need horses, because otherwise these won't evolve in a later mission when we can finally get wheat, but for now it's fine. We seem to be holding up. Maybe I just need to bring fish here as well, just set that to 16, I'm not too sure. We seem to have plenty of goats and all that. Let me just check. Sheep is fine. Seem to be running out of goats pretty quickly.
You have fulfilled my quest, and I am most proud.
Great! At your urging and with my help, Achilles stole the oracle that makes Atlantean defences so strong. As you march off to war, keep in mind what I, Hermes, have done for you. To mark the occasion, build a commemorative monument to you. It looks as if these sanctuaries like to take up goats when they're available rather than sheep, which is kind of annoying because it does drain this supply really quickly. Military decline at Knossos now, which is good. So let us save for the final time in this mission. We've been going for an hour in this mission, but you won't see an hour-long video on YouTube, don't worry. That's not really declined any much, but let's just start attacking Knossos. I could build more triremes, but I don't have the space for it, so let's send them all off. And yeah, I'm just going to come back in once Knossos has fallen and we have won the mission.
Gods be praised! Knossos has fallen! After Achilles weakened Knossos' defenses, our brave soldiers marched in and destroyed the city. The Atlanteans are stunned by our daring victory, and word of our remarkable achievement is spreading like wildfire throughout the Aegean. The Amazons and Centaurs, realizing that we represent the best chance of throwing off the yoke of Atlantean domination, have sided with us. They have vowed to help us in any way that they can to defeat the Atlantean menace. Even the famous heroes of Greece have taken notice of our valor and are eager to come to our city, provided, of course, there are suitable accommodations waiting for them when they arrive.
Well, we won the mission there, and we did have to send them off a second time, but didn't succeed the first time, but that was the Battle of Knossos. We've conquered them, and it looks as if we are going to get some needed allies in the next mission, which is very useful. Anyway, that was the mission, the Battle of Knossos. We increased our military, increased our productivity, got our money up there, and our population as well. We are doing pretty well. So thanks for watching this video. In the next one, we're going to head to the next mission, which has got some pretty annoying things. Hopefully we won't have to deal too much with them. So thanks for watching, see you later now, bye!